What if I told you I could give you the exact blueprint that if you took that exact blueprint, focused on that exact blueprint, and you would have, or transform in some of your cases, into a 6 or 7 figure earner in any business on the internet you wanted to do that with? What if I could told you you could do that? What would you do? Would you get excited? Would you perk up? Would you really take it to heart? Or would you just think it's another one of those things that teach me the theory? Well, I could care less what you think. This is the 8 pillars to online success. And these are the 8 pillars that after years of struggle, losing money, I figured out exactly how to become successful using the internet in my own home-based business. Now, like I said, you could take this information and do whatever you want with it. You can create the value in your own head. I can put a price tag on it. I can put a value on it. But that is nothing compared to what you can do after you take this information. So, if you'd like to learn what the 8 pillars to online success are and finally break through in focusing exactly what you need to do to become successful, I hope you enjoy this presentation. Now, these are the building blocks and the necessary intrinsic factors, if you will, that you are going to need to develop over time in order to have success in your own home-based business. I know it kind of sounds boring, right? You wanted to push a button or just join something and have success or send somebody your website. Well, there's much more to it, and you probably know that deep down, but we'll see where this can take you. Here's what we're going to cover on this presentation and what you might be able to learn. I'm going to cover the exact 8 pillars of building any business you want. I'm also going to cover and you'll be able to develop a clear path on how to make more money, whatever money you're making right now. And for some of you and a lot of you, it's probably nothing. But if you want to make more money than what you're current right now, I'm going to show you, and after this presentation and this course that you're taking right now, you'll have a clear path on how to do that. We're also going to show you how to create, or I'll lead you in the right direction, how to create never-ending traffic to your website. I mean, building a business on the internet is all about, and it will always come down to, who can market the best and who can market the most and who can get traffic to their website. You're also going to learn how to overcome information overload. Boy, isn't that a pain in the butt. And focus on the most important IPAs, which if you've been a student of mine for any period of time and you don't know what the IPAs are, you're in trouble. IPAs are income producing activities. Okay, so I'll show you how to do all these things here tonight, just over the next, 40 minutes or so. Okay, so let's get into it. Pillar number 1, write these down, take good notes. I really encourage you to take good notes, or watch this video every week, at least once a week, until you reach your goals. Pillar number 1, create a vision. Now, you may have heard this before in different terms like, develop your why, or set goals, or write goals down. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actually creating a vision to where you'll actually be in, let's say, 3 or 5 years from now. Create the vision in your mind and spend a lot of time on this pillar. Trading, maybe you go and grab a coffee at your lunch break and you go out and sit out on the patio or the lawn or out in your car at work or whatever, or go find a nice, quiet, peaceful place and start to create the vision for what life will be like 3 to 5 years from now. Create it in your mind. Are you living in the same house? Have you upgraded? Do you have other features? Have you expanded where you currently live? Have you purchased a vacation home? What does that vacation home look like? How does your life look, most importantly? Is it, waking up at 6 o'clock every morning and getting in your car and driving, through all kinds of the rat race, basically, through all the traffic to your work? Is that what you're visualizing? Or are you visualizing being able to live the life that you want to live on your terms? Start to visualize this. Create a vision for where you want to go. If you don't start drawing pictures in your mind of exactly where you want to go, your mind can't materialize where you actually want to go. So take a time out of every day, 5 to 15 minutes every day, and work on your vision, just in your head. I'm not an advocate of writing everything down so much on your vision. I mean, yes, you need short-term goals and things, you need to write those down. But I'm talking about your ultimate vision. Start to dream what kind of car you're going to have. Start to create a dream and a vision for where you're going to travel or who you're going to help people out with that money that you're going to go after. What does your life look like? Is it a life full of, living the life in luxurious hotels traveling the world? Is it sitting, in a fishing boat out in the middle of a lake, not a worry on your mind? Or is it donating all your time and your extra spare money into helping less fortunate people? Whatever that vision is, get really serious about developing it in your mind. And until I did that, I really didn't get it. Pillar number 2, develop a passion. Now, this is huge because when I first got in this industry, the home-based business industry, because I didn't start online, but I didn't have a passion. I just wanted to make money. Okay? And a lot of you will resonate with it. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about there. There's a big difference. I just wanted to make more money. And what happened is I went out to try to make more money. I really wasn't passionate about what I was doing. I wasn't passionate about the industry. I wasn't passionate about marketing. I wasn't passionate about helping other people. I wasn't passionate about learning more. I wasn't passionate about those things. So what happened was I had all the excuses in the books that would keep me and prevent me from doing the necessary income producing activities that would propel me to have success. You gotta love this. You gotta love this business. You gotta love the products you represent. Love the industry that you're in. Have a passion for it. Get serious about it. If you don't develop the passion, I'm telling you right now, what you're gonna do is treat it like a hobby. And every chance that you possibly can get, you'd rather do something else than actually work on your profits and work on your business and work on your growth and work on your income producing activities. And it's probably a lot of you listening right now were in the same place I was. Same, it's starting to make sense. You're saying, that's kind of me. I don't really do that. I kind of just, check my emails and, go on a webinar once in a while and, I, read a book here and there and hope it happens. It'd be cool if it happened, right? But until you develop a passion for it, until you get really serious of the core things that you need to be focusing on and get excited about that. And, I remember when I first got that pillar myself, when I really developed the passion, this is what happened. I'd tuck the kids into bed. Only had one at the time then. And I'd tuck the kids into bed and I would, go and spend some time with my wife and I'd rub her back and she'd fall asleep and, I'd wait about a half an hour and I'd run downstairs to my home office. And I'd start diving into things again. I was passionate about learning more and developing skills and getting this and understanding what it takes to be successful. Then I'd, sleep for 5 hours a night, and then I'd wake up before I had to go to work, and I would get really excited about and passionate again. I was passionate. It engulfed everything. And I became passionate about this business, about this industry, about marketing, all the core things that are necessary to be able to develop skills. I wasn't born successful. I barely graduated high school. I did not go to internet marketing school. I did not know how to build a business. I had no business background. I had to develop the passion to drive me to develop those things. Okay? Pillar number 3, this one's scary. And for everybody, I remember the time when I'd get sweaty palms and I remember I'd get, just drenched in my underarms. I would, get flushed and I'd get scared. But pillar number 3 is leading without fear. Lead without fear. Your direction. And what does that mean? Does it mean lead a whole bunch of people? Sometimes. But it also sometimes means lead yourself. Get passionate about it. Lead yourself without fear. You got to get rid of the risk factor. And I'm telling you, by the end of this video that you're watching right now, I'm going to show you how to do that so that you never, ever have to worry about that again. I'm going to show you how to lead without fear. Step out of your comfort zone. Take risks. Calculated risks, of course, not stupid ones. But really, really lead without fear. Believe in what you're doing. Believe in your passion. If you develop the vision and the passion, you'll start to develop and you'll start to be able to lead without fear. You'll say, this is the way I think it should go, and this is the way I'm going to go actually do. You'll do all sorts of things that you never fathomed that you would do. In fact, right now, if I went to 80% of my graduating class in high school and showed them this video that you're watching right now, and they heard my voice and they knew that it was Paul Birdsall, they would have never guessed in a million years that I would be doing this and sharing my passion and teaching people how to lead without fear and helping tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people I have. I mean, who would have thought that about me? But I developed the understanding to lead without fear. All the things that normally would have held me back from doing those things early on in my childhood and probably into my teens, my early teens, my later teens. I was not like this back then. I had to develop this. And it's the best way to live in the world. Live and lead without fear. Pillar number 4. Once you start to develop your passion and have your vision and create the lead without fear, guess what you start to do? You start to want to teach other people. You want to share your knowledge. You want to share value. Everything that you're learning, you want to spit it back out. You want to become a teacher. And if you're still thinking one of those people like, well, I don't want to share my secrets, or I don't want to teach other people, or what do I know? It'll happen, folks. You'll want to share it with them. In fact, if you help enough people get what you want or they want in life, you can have everything you want by becoming a teacher. Share the things you're learning. You'll become more attractable to other people. You'll become the hunted instead of the hunter and trying to track people down or trying to find out. People will want to gravitate to you. They'll jump all over you. Become the teacher. You got to become the teacher. And maybe that is just by you posting a few articles on your blog. Maybe that's making a recording once in a while like I did. Here's how I became a teacher and how I started to lead without fear. I started in the mail order industry, and what I had learned, I shared it on paper. In the envelopes and stuff, and I'd get it sent out to people. That was me becoming a teacher. And then I evolved to getting on audios. And I would record my voice and my teachings and things and send those out in cassette tapes. Yep, way back then. Cassette tapes. And then I evolved to live conference calls. And I started to lead more without fear. And then it became videos, and now you see me everywhere all over the internet and videos and audios. And none of this stuff phases me because I want to give back. And you're going to want to give back once you start to learn this stuff. Pillar number 5, have clarity. What does that mean? Well, it means have a clear view of what you're actually going to do. Goals. Have clarity in your life. What are you actually going to do week by week, day by day, hour by hour of what you're actually trying to accomplish towards that vision that you had. Have clarity. Don't sit down at your desk when you're actually going to go I want to make money today. I'm going to go get in my business. And you sit down at your desk or wherever you're with your laptop at a coffee shop or whatever you're doing to build your business. Don't sit down and say, well, what should I do? It should already be clear. The clear path should have been developed long before you sat down at your desk. And I'm going to show you the starting point on this video on how to create that clarity. Pillar number 6. Everything that you develop Everything, the skills that you're going to develop, the skills that you're going to master, practice relentlessly. The necessary things, which I'll reveal on this video, practice them relentlessly. Now, why is this important? Practice relentlessly. Well, once I get good, I don't need to practice anymore. Is that true? What about Tiger Woods? Yep, and I know the scandal. But think about Tiger Woods. Wasn't he the best at what he was doing? Or at least one of the best? Something knocked him off track. He has to practice to get back. It's always there. He just has to surface it again. What about Wayne Gretzky? I mean, I'm a hockey fan. He scored over 200 points one year. Why would he need to go the next preseason, training camp? Why does he have to show up? Why did he still keep practicing? Why do actors keep practicing? Why do marketers got to keep practicing? You got to relentlessly have a passion and practice all the time, because you're going to keep sharp. You don't want to lose the game. You want to keep sharp all the time, and because everybody else around you is starting to gain ground on you, and you want to gain and you want to keep practicing so that you're sharp, that you're knowledgeable, that you're aware of what's going on, that you keep getting better. Because when you first start, you're going to be really bad at it. You probably won't do that good at some of the things that I'm going to show you. But if you practice relentlessly, I promise you, just like I promised my 6-year-old son, Drayden, if you keep practicing taking those shots in the garage, your shot's going to get harder. If you keep practicing your stride in skating, you're going to get faster. And he practices relentlessly, and you can see him every single week get better and better and better. Month by month, he gets better. Year by year, he's only been playing hockey for 2 years. He's getting better and better because he practices relentlessly. And that's what I learned to do, is practice relentlessly. Pillar number 7. You must become a master of marketing. There's no way around it, folks. And I'll make it more clear later on in this video, but pillar number 7, you have to become a master at marketing. You can't think that you need to push a button and something magically is going to happen. You got to get good at marketing, because there's 4 marketing. There's 4 P's to successful marketing campaign, or successful marketing mix. Product, price, place, and promotion. Okay? You're gonna have to master that promotion one, the marketing one. Sales and marketing. That's the lifeblood of every single successful business. Okay? It's the lifeblood. And if you're still not sure what the difference is between business and making money, people at jobs make money. Business owners make profits. People at jobs make wages and earnings and salaries. And they have a little bit of an income. Business people create wealth. They become rich. It's completely different. And you're going to need to master marketing. If you say, well, there's too much stuff to learn, then go back to your job. Go back to your linear income. This isn't for you. Go back to the mediocrity of life. Get a passion. I'm telling you, you need to become a master of marketing. You can't just fly by on this one. There's some other ones you can fly by on. This one you cannot. You can get by on some other ones for a little while, but this one you cannot. You have to master marketing. You have to become the best you can be, practice relentlessly about marketing. And I'll show you where to market. I'll show you what things you should be focusing on in a minute. But write this down. You have to become a master at marketing, or else you're not going to become successful. You will still continue to struggle. Pillar number 8. This is the last one, folks. Know your numbers. Become scalable. Become predictable. Know the numbers. Track things. Test things. Everything you do should be measured and weighed. Dollar value to return. Time value to return. Know the numbers. How much bang for your buck? Know them, because if you know the numbers, then you could focus. You could focus as part of mastering your marketing. You can get really good at things and become more efficient. Know your numbers. And for the longest time, I never knew the numbers. I didn't. And trust me, you'll see. It cost me. But things turned when I knew these 8 pillars. When I developed these 8 pillars, nobody stepped out and said, hey, this is what you got to do. These are the things that I've realized through myself. The 8 pillars to becoming successful in any business you choose to build. Let's recap these. Number 1, create a vision. This should become your Bible, folks. Well, some of you. Some of you still will think pushing a button or making money or just joining something will make you successful. These are the 8 pillars to becoming successful. Create a vision. Develop passion. 3, lead without fear. Become a teacher. Number 5, have clarity and a plan. Number 6, practice relentlessly at every skill level. Marketing, personal development, your delivery, your sales message, everything. Number 7, master marketing. Not all kinds of marketing. Remember, I'm going to go back to some of these things and be a little bit more clear. Master marketing, though. And number 8, know your numbers. Know the numbers of your business. How many people go to a website? How many of those convert to the website? How many of those turn into sales? What is the lifelong value of that customer? Do they repeat buy or do they quit and cancel? By knowing all those things, you can start to weed out things that are costing you and not as much value back. And then you become a true entrepreneur, a true businessman or woman. Folks, these are the building blocks and the necessary intrinsic factors you will need to develop over time in order to have success in your home-based business. Now, notice I said over time. One piece at a time, folks. This is not a race, it's a journey. I didn't do this overnight. You're not going to do it overnight. And nobody has ever done this overnight and become successful in their own business of any kind. You got to go through the development. You got to go through the struggles. You got to go through the ups and the downs and the peaks and the valleys. But this gives you a clear path of what you need to create. Those 8 pillars right there. If you focus towards those, just one piece at a time, you get better at, having clarity or creating your vision. But you just, today after watching this video presentation, you just say, you know what, I'm going to go out and create a vision. Guess what will happen? You'll start to develop passion too. If you create your vision, the passion will come. And all the other things will fall into place. It magically will happen. I remember turning around, looking back, and going, how did that happen? And this is why I put this course together, what you're watching right now. Because all of you need to understand this. If I had somebody that shook me and said, hey, this is what you got to do, I would have had I wouldn't have lost so much money at the start. I wouldn't have went through the heartache and the ups and downs and all that. I would have turned it around a lot faster. You have the opportunity to do that right now today. But again, it still will always come up to your choice. Do you embrace the information? Do you go and apply it? Or do you just say, it's another one of those things, I just need to make money. And then you just did not get the intrinsic factors that are required to have success in your own business on the internet. Now, with all those things being done, it's still going to come down to you need an audience. Okay? You're going to need an audience. You're going to need a following. You're going to need all these people that are going to follow and want to buy things from you and give you money and all these kind of things. That's what happens to me. People want to give me their money. They buy things from me. I touch them. I put them out there. People buy them. This is what happens. It's a magical thing that happens. But it doesn't happen with a push of a button. It takes those focusing and doing those things that I just talked about. But you're going to need an audience, right? You're going to need an audience. What the heck is an audience? How do you create an audience? Right? Any successful person, the reason that they are successful and have money in their pocket as a successful entrepreneur or business person is because they've created an audience. Dare to argue with that? Name any person. Mark Zuckerberg has an audience. Steve Jobs, who just passed away unfortunately, had a huge audience. Wayne Gretzky, Babe Ruth, Ross Perot, Donald Trump all have audiences. Brad Pitt, Jim Carrey, all have audiences. All become wealthy. All become business people. I've mentioned businesses. I've mentioned sports athletes. I've mentioned actors and actresses. Elvis Presley had an audience. You as an entrepreneur need an audience. So what are we talking about? Well, our audience in this industry is traffic, online traffic, people coming to your websites, people coming to look at what you got to offer to buy. How to get people to find you for free. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to show you a clear path how to do that. How to earn your first few dollars on the internet. How about that? What if you never did that before? If you have an audience, you can do all these things here. By creating an audience, you can have your first few dollars on the internet, and you can create all kinds of wealth if you can create an audience. Now, before I get into how to do that, you got to understand that the $54,000 lesson, that's my lesson. What's $54,000? Well, I'm going to show you how to avoid that for yourself tonight, because that was the number that was on one of my credit cards, $54,000. I wasn't even 30 years old, and I had $54,000 on a credit card. But you could call it a small business loan, I guess. The School of Hard Knocks. Well, I didn't go to university. I didn't go to college. So $54,000 to create a multi-million-dollar business of income on the internet? Isn't that really, that's not that bad, is it? I know the average person would never do that. And I would attribute it to probably my stubbornness. Or, now that I realize it, probably could attribute it to my vision. And I could attribute it to my passion. And my stick-to-itiveness and never give up and continuously practicing. So basically now I don't look at it as a $54,000 debt. I looked at it as an investment. What did I learn? And that's what I created here, what you're watching right now. You do not have to go through the $54,000 lesson or the $54,000 investment, I can assure you. Okay? Here's how. Here's how a lot of things, with just this one statement right there. How never to get scammed ever again. Right there is the answer. How never to get scammed, how never to lose money, how never to get tricked, how never to get misled, how never to fail, is to change your thinking. Never think that you can buy the solution. See, think about this right now. How many people come online right now on the internet and think if they just join a company, the perfect company, the ground floor company, the most unique product in the world, the best compensation plan, if somebody could just coach me for 5 minutes, just show me exactly what to do. How many of those people got let down? Not because they did get scammed or let down or it didn't work or anything like that. It was because the individual person, and this might have been you, it still might be you, because you're still under the expectation that you can buy the financial predicament that you're in and get the solution by buying it. Software, push button. Somebody wants to sell you these solutions and they're going to do everything they possibly can to tell you that it's easy, that it's simple, that you don't have to do much. And they're going to trick you because you're looking for it. You still have it in your head. You think that you can buy the solution to your financial problems. Heck, I mean, think about the stupid things that I did when I first got into this industry. I just wanted to make money, remember? I was the same thing as everybody else. I just wanted to buy the solution. So I fell for everything. I was stuffing envelope things I sent away for. I sent away for, listen to this, the recipe chain letters in the mail. I mean, this you got to remember. I go back before the internet. I was looking for ways to do it. I was buying the solution. So another thing, Don Lapre, there's the late night guy that actually unfortunately just took his own life here recently. But way back when I was in my early 20s, I bought his course. Why did I buy his course? Because I thought I was buying the solution by just buying the $39.95 package he was selling. There was much more to it than that. It required me to understand the 8 pillars to be able to go do that. So if you can't buy the solution, what do you need to do then? Because I want some of you guys, and I want you all, but personally I know that all of you won't get this because you'll still want to buy the solution even after I've told you that that's impossible. But you'll learn the hard way. Maybe you won't stick around $54,000 into it like I did, but maybe you will. Who knows? Okay, to figure it out for yourself like I did. So what do you need to do? Well, write this down. The solution to making more money is and always will be through how many skills you have. That's it? That's the secret to all this, Paul? Yes, it is, folks. And you knew it all along anyway. I really can't take the credit for being a genius here. I'm just pointing it out to you. You all knew this already. The solution to making more money is and always will be through how many skills that you have. Now, if you want to defy that, like I said, try to keep buying the solution. Or you can get smart and try to develop skills. Now think about that. Let's take a look at some things that are relatable to you so you understand that, so that your journey, remember it's not a race, your journey into having a business with profits and making more profits and creating a greater and better lifestyle for yourself is through developing more skills. Just like they told us in school, right? You gotta get a good education to get a good job, right? Was that bullcrap? No, it's true. If you were going to get a job. They didn't say if you were going to go and create wealth or profits or residual-based income or riches or freedom, you need to go develop a business. They didn't go that far. They just told us about the job part, right? Which is true. Think about everybody that you went to high school with. Think about everybody you personally know in your family. Think about other people that live in your neighborhood or outside of your neighborhood in the bigger neighborhoods. Do you think the people that have a house twice the size of you have twice or 5 times more money in the bank accounts than you do? Go on more vacations than you do? Have a bigger diamond ring than you gave your wife? Do you think that they got lucky and bought a solution? Or do you think they developed skills to be able to earn more and put themselves in the right situations? I mean, think about it. A lot of people had stupid jobs. I call them stupid jobs because they're ridiculous. I mean, people are at a job and they're like, yeah, I've been working here for 12 years. I'm due to get a raise. I always look at them and say, what skills have you developed more to earn the raise? Well, I've been there 12 years. Oh, you put in more time. Boy, are you smart. Think about it. The solution to making more money, folks, is and always will be through how many skills that you have. So when you see opportunities on the internet that say you don't have to do anything, these phrases that I got on the screen right now should come into your head. Am I buying the solution because he said I don't have to do anything? Or does that seem ridiculous? Because all true value, any income increase comes from more skills. Think about that the next time you see something on the internet. They'll sugarcoat it, I'm telling you. Hopefully you're getting a little bit from this free bonus. Okay. Now, so all of this being said, what do you need to do to make more money? How do you create more profits? How do you become successful? I know I'm a genius. It's kind of common sense now, right? Develop more skills. Now, but you're probably saying, what skills should I develop? Yes. And I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to show you. So the secret to your success, outside of the 8 pillars there, because you got to have the right mindset, you got to develop the passion, you got to get the vision, you got to understand that there's going to be ups and downs and all that stuff, but it all works toward developing more skills. The right type of skills, and I mentioned them in the 8 pillar, by the way, but if you develop those skills, you'll make more money, I promise you. I don't even know what you're going to do, but I'll tell you what, if you develop more skills, you will make more money. I promise you that. See, think about this. And maybe you're one of these internet newbies that always comes to me, okay? And I want you to stop saying that. I'm an internet newbie. Because you're setting the expectation that you're looking for something easy to be done. You're looking to buy the solution. That's why you always get tricked into opportunities that say, just get in right now. It's going to be awesome, everybody. You'll be sorry later. If you have skills, you never fall for that stuff. Right? Think about that. If you joined the last business that you may have joined online right now, or in the last couple of years, the last few months, or whatever, and you said, well, it just didn't work for me. Why? Because you lacked the ability to focus on and get passionate about and practice relentlessly about developing new skills. That's true, right? Or was it the business's fault? Or the product's fault? Or, well, it didn't sell as fast and easy as I thought. You cannot buy a solution, folks. You have to develop the skills. I'm an internet newbie, Paul, and you have to spend a lot of time with me because I don't know what I'm doing. Duh. Right? No kidding. So if you're one of those people that, I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to show you that I get this asked. You're not unique. Everybody is like that. So the difference is, though, is that you have to be aware of that and say, that is right. I am new to this stuff. I don't know those things. I have to develop them. And it's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen in 6 weeks. It's not going to happen in 4 months. But guess what? If you practice relentlessly, if you focus on the right things, which I'll show you next, you will start to have incredible wealth coming towards you. It will grow without you even, you can't stop it if you focus. Okay, so let's talk about that right now. This is probably going to be the most important part of this whole 8 Pillars to Online Success free course video that I put together here. Because this, not only are the 8 pillars are intrinsic factors and necessary things for you to have success online, most people want to know, starting from scratch, because I know most people are watching probably haven't had the success that they want online in their home-based businesses, in their business. And they want to know from someone that's made millions of dollars, if they had to do it again and put themselves in that person's shoes, like put myself in your shoes, what would I do? Give me the exact track to run on. Show me exactly what you would do, Paul. Well, if I was to start over again right now today and be zero, have no list, have no money, have no skill, logged onto the computer and decided that I was going to make money online to figure out how to do it, this is the path I would take. Write this down. Folks, this is the most incredible information I believe that has ever been released in this industry, because most people that are successful forget what it's like to be at the beginning, to be at the start, to start over again. And I had to do a lot of thinking on this, guys, because I've been in this industry now, operating my own business from home for 15 years. I forget back then. But if I was to do it today, this is exactly what I'd do, and this is what I'd recommend to my mother. God bless her soul, if she was still alive. This is exactly what I would tell my mom to do. This is what I would tell you to do. This is what I would tell a friend to do. This is what I would tell, a stranger that was really just in a bad spot and said, "What do I do?" This is what I do. Write these down. Number 1, I'd use a strategy called product launch jacking to generate automated, free, endless, and scalable web traffic to build my list on autopilot, to build my opt-in subscriber list, my autoresponder list on complete autopilot. Now, a lot of you guys don't even know what product launch jacking is. Basically, it's a legal way, ethical way, a helpful way to someone's traffic that is going to that you have knowledge of prior to them launching the product. And you basically build a free WordPress blog, a mini site if you will, put the right factors into that so that your page gets ranked on the first page, preferably in the first, second, third spot when that product actually launches. And the buzz of that product launch from all the affiliates that are trying to market that and all the biz op seekers and all the people in that business are going to drive a frenzy to people going to the search engines and looking for information. If you position yourself properly on that page, you get opt-ins, you can make affiliate sales off the products. Most importantly, you build your list. Build it fast on complete autopilot at no cost. This is a strategy that I've been using for I don't even know how many years now, but when I discovered it, it basically took away all my advertising costs. I didn't need to do anything else. And I just recently put it into a product that, depending on the time that you watch this video, I've released to teach people how to exactly do that. Okay? It's called the traffic jacking code, and you can find out more information about it. I'm not down here to sell you about it, but if you know what product launch jacking is, and that's what I would do. But if you don't know what it is and how to use it and the formulas that I use, that I've generated I generated over 400,000 subscribers every single year for free using that technique for the past several years. And you can get information on that and go to trafficjackingcode.com. Okay, go to trafficjackingcode.com and there's video. There's all kinds of video proof. I lay it out more in detail on there exactly how I teach people how to do it. Now, of course, if you know how to do it, just go do it. Okay, but that's what I'd recommend you do. Product launch jacking to generate automated free traffic. Right? A lot of people complain, I don't know how to advertise. I don't know what to focus on. I don't have that much money. Product launch jacking. Okay, and go to trafficjackingcode.com and you'll find information on how to do that. If you want to make money, you can do that too because I show you how to do it there. But if you're just looking for traffic, like I focused on, you can use the traffic jacking code as a guide. Okay, and that's what I would do. This if I had to start over all over again. The second thing I'd do is I'd sell high converting, one-off, instant pay affiliate products to that list with my autoresponder. Okay, so I'd use product launch jacking and the formula I teach at trafficjackingcode.com to generate all my list and make affiliate sales, and I would sell high converting automatically through the autoresponder on one-off instant pay affiliate program. You know, what is one-off? I mean, one-off just means it's a quick, easy sale. It's one sale, you make money one time. Okay, and their products $7, $12, $15, $5, $20, $30, anything under $50. One time off, make lots of sales. Okay, this automatically would happen. And I use instant pay. I like instant pay, especially it's important for people starting out. Okay, so remember, I'm starting over again. If I was to start over again, this is what I do. I want to make instant pay. So I go to a place like instantpayoutmarketplace.com, instant payout marketplace, and then I get paid instantly marketing those other people's products from there directly into my PayPal account. Instantly, guys. Okay, so you get traffic using that product launch jacking for free. You get you use high converting sales products. Okay, and that pay you instantly. Boom! You get PayPal as an app on your phone. You'll sit there all day, and boom, 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 boom. It'll freak your friends out because you get the push notifications telling you you've made instant money again. It's awesome. Okay, so you can check out, if you want to get paid instantly and stuff from some good high converting stuff, you can find some at Instant Payout Marketplace. Okay, of course, or you could develop your own. The third thing that I do, this is it. Build up a monthly recurring, or like some people are familiar with, residual income, meaning income just keeps coming in from one single effort. Could have been weeks ago, months ago, years ago. Just keeps coming in with a membership site. Now, whether you own the membership site or you partner as an affiliate with somebody else or a business opportunity or something like that, the best way to do it is to own your own membership site, okay? Or partner with somebody that has created that already and allows you as an affiliate to send it there for you. That's what I do. And I'd be back on top within, I'd be making, if I just focused on this, what I just showed you here, this is for anybody. I don't care if you believe me or not, but this is exactly what I do. And within 3 months, I'd probably be up to, with zero money on advertising. I wouldn't spend any money on advertising. I'd just use product launch jacking. Okay? Remember, I remember we're going to have people watching this video right now that are saying, well, I don't have any money. It takes money to make money. No, it doesn't. It's bullshit. It doesn't. I just showed you the formula to do it. Right here on this page. Okay? I get sick and tired of this people out there saying that. It's just an excuse not to get off your ass and start working. Okay, yes, you got to do a bit of work. But once you set it up, the traffic automatically comes. Within 3 months, I'd be making 10 grand a month starting from zero without any paid advertising whatsoever or any advertising whatsoever using the formula I just showed you. Zero. And I'd be at 10 grand. Okay? No list. You know, but Paul, you have a list. Yeah, no shit. That's how I make money now. Sorry about my language, guys, but I get passionate about this and I get, almost frustrated at people because the answers are right in front of them, yet they allow this industry to distract them and make it harder than it is. Okay? But I didn't use a list. Remember, what I'm showing you here is without a list. I would do that within 3 months. I'd be at 10 grand a month. Within 6 months, I'd probably be between $25,000 and $50,000 a month. In a year, I'd be back up to making my $100,000 plus a month, like I currently do now. All with free advertising, all just with an autoresponder, and I would be using my own WordPress blogs, which is free. Okay, and this is exactly how I do it. I explain, like, again, this might be foreign to some of you guys, but I walk you through it in the Traffic Jacking Code. So you can go to trafficjackingcode.com, figure that out if you need it. The other thing, too, definitely go check out Instant Payout Marketplace because that's where you're going to find instant pay, high converting products. Okay, and you can build up a monthly recurring with a membership site. And I strongly encourage you to get your own membership site. Okay, until then, you can use mine. Okay, use the Traffic Jacking Code or use, whatever. You can use Academy of Online Success. It's another one of my monthly membership sites. And you can use that because you get 100% commission. Okay, so that's what I would do if I started all over again. Now, you probably say, okay, well, this is all fine and good, but and I just showed you the path, but I'm going to do one more thing to help you not get overwhelmed and put everything into perspective and make it simpler for you by offering my personal help. So let's take a look at that right now. Okay, last thing to cover, we're going to cover how to overcome information overload. Boy, does that happen on the internet, right? And I'm not immune to that either. I went through the exact same things that most of you do struggling online, especially at the beginning. Everything seems so overwhelming. And I'm also going to show you or talk to you about focusing on the most important IPAs. And IPAs are income producing activities. Okay. Now, so there's two parts to this, obviously. One is focus on the most important IPAs, which are income producing activities. That should be straightforward. Anything that you actually do as an action that actually produces you income makes you money. Reading emails does not make you money. It's not income producing. Attending webinars is not income producing. So don't focus on that. I'm not saying don't attend them or read your email, but don't focus on them. Don't spend all your time on that. Focus on IPAs. IPAs are PPC marketing, PPC advertising that we just talked about. Focusing on the 8 pillars and studying how to create a vision and all that is not income producing. Writing articles and submitting them online to your blogs and article directories and things like that, that's income producing. Okay, so think of income producing as you do something and that direct result from you doing it can drive you traffic and make you money. Those are income producing activities. If you're in sales and getting on the phone and selling somebody, that's income producing. Okay, looking at the phone or researching people to call is not income producing. Okay, hopefully that's clear, and just focus on that. And then the last part is how to overcome information overload. Well, the easiest way to do it, ready? Write this down. Okay, is find someone that has already achieved the success that you want that will allow you to copy exactly what they did. Okay? In other words, teach you. And most importantly, if they're still doing it today. So, obviously if it's somebody did something, 10 years ago, don't just read his book and figure out that, it'll work today. He's got to still be doing it. And then get that will help you get there, and then just do what they did. So just copy what they do. Whatever they're teaching, whatever course they have, if they're holding webinars and they're telling you to do something, just do it. Okay, so it should be straightforward. That kind of makes common sense, right? Find somebody that's already achieved the success you want, that's still currently doing it. Hunker down, not 17 people, just one. The one that has reached full-time financial freedom from home. Find a person like that, and then copy and do everything that he tells you to do. That's it. That's easy, right? It should be easy, but it's not, because you allow yourself to, shiny object syndrome all over the internet. Now, where do you find somebody like that? Well, I'd suggest me. Okay. Now, we've just covered the 8 pillars to online success. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you've gained some insight on it. I've made multi-millions of dollars on the internet. I still make it today. I live probably the best lifestyle anybody ever could imagine living. And I do it with ease. I don't do it with stress. I don't do it with, employees, overhead, anything like that. I make millions and millions of dollars on the internet, and I'd be willing to coach you and teach you how to do it. Okay? If you want me to, of course, but I'm suggesting the easiest way for you to overcome information overload and get to your goals quicker on the internet would be to focus on one person, follow and do what they do and what they teach you to do, because it's what they've already learned how to do it. That makes sense? Good. How do you get working with me? How do you get coaching from me? How do you follow what I'm doing? Well, the easiest way to do it is I provided a link below this video in this free bonus, and you just simply click on that link and it will take you to my my primary coaching forum. Okay, and it will take you there, and it'll give you information on what I teach and what I go through, how you get it, all that kind of stuff. Just click that. And it's very reasonable, of course. I don't charge, crazy amounts of money to teach you recycled information like a lot of people do on the internet. It's up to date, it's premium, and I put it at a reasonable price that any single person could afford if you want me to be your coach. Of course, I have to pay for my own time and stuff like that, so there's a price to it. I mean, anything worth learning and developing skills and being coached from, people get paid. Teachers don't do it for free, they get paid, right? And if I'm teaching you how to make money, I should get paid. Money. Okay, so click that link below, check out my coaching program. Hopefully you've enjoyed the 8 pillars to online success. More importantly, I hope you take them to the true value out of it, and you actually incorporate some of those things and start focusing on them. Hopefully you've taken good notes and you continue to reference this free bonus that I've given you here today, at the very least. Okay, and for those of you joining my coaching program, I look forward to speaking to you real soon. Take care again, and check it out below.